Have you ever dreamed of moving to Costa Rica, but you fear the unknown? I'm Rebecca Clower, owner of Blue Water Properties in Costa Rica, one of the top real estate and investment agencies in the country. I'm a dual citizen of Costa Rica and the USA, and I'm also a mom to 2 children. And like you, I had many questions about moving to Costa Rica and life in the tropics. This series is geared towards educating you on the ins and outs of Costa Rica living and what you should know before taking the plunge. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca Clower, Blue Water Properties, and today we're going to be talking about buying a car in Costa Rica. This is something that some people dread, some people think is fun. I personally don't love it, but the good news is I can tell you how easily to buy a car. So I'm going to give you some steps that hopefully will help you in your search for a vehicle here in Costa Rica. So the number one thing is, where should I look for a car online? And these are my tips. Definitely go on crautos.com. That's probably the biggest website for autos in the country and where I've purchased multiple used and new cars. So definitely you want to check out CR Autos. Also, I have tried Craigslist, although I'm not a super fan of Craigslist because there tends to be a lot of fake things on there. So again, it's a good place to get comparisons, but it's not my favorite website. And then lastly, you can go onto Facebook Marketplace. I've actually found a lot of great cars on Facebook Marketplace and definitely think it's worth checking out. And lastly, you have your option to purchase new from the dealership. One thing to keep in mind is that foreigners can't get financing here for vehicles, so expect to pay cash if you're coming down here and needing to purchase. So if you're looking to purchase private or via dealership, and that's a big question that we get as well, there's no right or wrong answer. It is typically easier to purchase through a dealer, but you oftentimes get a better deal purchasing privately. So again, depending on what's out there on the market, you definitely want to look at both options. However, if you purchase in a dealer, you obviously get a warranty, and that gives you peace of mind. If you're purchasing from an individual, then you're going to have a private mechanic look over that car. So you just want to make sure that you get everything looked over really good so you don't have any issues in the future. So I happen to live in Guanacaste, and a lot of people say, should you buy cars in Guanacaste because our roads are not the best, right? So most people tend to buy in San Jose, and not so much about the cars, but there's just a much better selection. So sometimes when you go online, make sure that if you're searching for cars that you search throughout the whole country, because otherwise you're going to limit yourself. And it might be a pain to go to San Jose, but believe it or not, there are people and there are services that you pay a little bit to, and they'll go to San Jose, they'll look at the car, they'll do everything for you, and they'll even bring it back. So I've done that myself a couple times because it's hard sometimes with work to get away to be able to do that over the course of a day or two. So think about that, because that is an option, especially if you don't have time, you don't have the Spanish, or you don't have the patience. You can definitely hire a service to help you with that. Obviously, if you're buying a new car, you're going to have a warranty, which is a plus. If you're buying a used car, then you have to make sure that you have a good, reliable mechanic in the area. The good thing is, with all of the major brands such as Nissan, Toyota, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, there's a lot of different shops that can help you take care of your car. When you buy a car in Costa Rica, you can purchase in your own name or you can purchase in a corporation name. That's completely up to you. And of course, there's always pros and cons to that. However, the cost for basically purchasing is not going to change. You're going to have your basic cost, which is the notary fees, and what we call the traspaso. The traspaso is basically a fee for the registration and the transfer of the car. So that's 3% of the fiscal value approximately. And then you have to pay notary fees, attorney's fees to be able to record this. That costs an extra $300 to $400 on average. So that'll give you an idea of what it costs to buy a car. I hope you found this information useful in terms of buying a car here in Costa Rica. Please like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you on the next one. Pura vida.